Hello students, how are you? I hope all of you are fine. So students, in the previous part of the video, I told you exercise 3.4 means we have solved maximum number of questions from exercise 3.4 and that exercise was based on elimination method. So I told you in the next part I will tell you the cross multiplication method. So see, cross multiplication method. It is the last method to find the solution of pair of linear equations. Okay, I told you how to find a solution of pair of linear equations. So I also told you that there are two methods. First was graphical and second was algebraic. And in algebraic we have studied substitution method, elimination method, and now we are going to study cross multiplication method. Okay, so see student, by this method we can solve the pair of linear equations. So what is this method? Okay, so in the starting part of the video, in the starting part of this chapter, I told you the general form of pair of linear equations. Okay, so see, the general form of pair of linear equations is a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0. It is the general form of pair of linear equations. Okay, so whatever question will be given in the exercises, first what you will do, you will write them in general form. And what is the general form? We write all the things in the left side and right side are 0. So first step is that you have to write your equation in general form. After that, by comparing the given equation with the general form, you can find the value of a1 a2, b1 b2 and c1 c2. Okay, like we have solved for consistent and inconsistent. Same, what you will do, you will compare the given question with the general form, and from that you can find out the value of a1 a2, b1 b2 and c1 c2. And after that, this formula you will use. Okay, this formula. Now many of the students will think I can tell the formula that x upon b1 c2 minus b2 c1 equal to y upon c1 a2 minus c2 a1 and equal to 1 upon a1 b2 minus a2 b1. This is just the formula of cross multiplication method. Now most of the students will ask, sir, how this formula came? Okay, so the method is that whenever you will solve this equation by either elimination or substitution, you will get some result. Okay, on the basis of that result we can write that formula. If you want to check this formula, you can solve it by either elimination method or substitution method. You will find that result only. Okay, so that's why I have written directly formula, because when you will solve this to formula, you will get that expression. Okay, and I think you know how to solve a pair of linear equations either by substitution method or by elimination method. Okay, so this you have to remember, this formula you have to remember. Without this you can't able to solve the question by cross multiplication method. Now I will tell you a short trick to memorize this formula. Okay, so this is a trick. This is a trick you can write down. Okay, now what is the trick? See, what do you do? First you will write, see, numerator part. Here is x, here is y, here is 1. Okay, so here you will write x, then you will write y and you will write 1. Okay, this is the method to remember. Now see, in both the equation, what is the coefficient of x? Now tell me, in both the equation, what is the coefficient of x? So by seeing the equation, we can say the coefficient of x is a1 a2. So what you will do, you will ignore that part. Okay, so when you will ignore that part, what are the coefficient are left? Coefficient are left will be b1 b2 and c1 c2. Listen student, see what I have done. See, it is the formula and I am telling you how to memorize it. So first you will write their numerator part separately, x, y and 1. And after that, what you will write? You will see the coefficient of x in both the equation. So the coefficient of x in both the equation are a1 or a2. So you ignore that part. So what are the coefficient are left? b1, b2, c1, c2. So what you will write? You will write in front below the x b1, b2 like this and c1, c2. Okay. Now listen. Again y, you see y. So when you will see the coefficient of y, what is left? When you will see the coefficient of y, here is b1, here is b2. So you hide that part. As whatever we have done for x, same we will do for y. So you will hide that part. So what are the coefficient are left? c1, c2 and a1, a2. Because we will move in cyclic order. And what is cyclic order? A, B, C. See, A, B, C. If you will write like this, B, C, A, then C, A, B. It is known as cyclic order. So see, B, C. Now after C, what will come? A will come. So you will write here A1, A2. Okay? You can see now. See here, when you will hide the coefficient of y, what are the coefficient are left? A1, A2 and C1, C2. So because C1, C2 is here, so I have written A1, A2. Now again, 1 is the constant part, so you hide that constant part. Because we know now C1, C2 are constant part. So when you will hide this, you will get A1, A2 and B1, B2. And because A1, A2 we have already written, so we will write B1, B2. Now see, how to write? See, when you will multiply to b1 into c2, you will get b1 c2, and when this arrow will move upward, when this arrow will go upward, it means you will put negative sign and then b2 c1. So see, in the denominator part of x, we can say b1 c2 and minus b2 c1. So this we have calculated. Now c of y. So when you will see of y, C1 A2 and C2 A1. So again C1 A2 like this and C2 A1 like this. And because it is going upward, that's why minus sign is here. Okay. Now again last in behind 1. So A1 B2 and A2 B1. So this is the method to remember. Okay. If you want to remember the formula, you can if you want to memorize the formula, you can memorize it. And if you want to memorize the short trick, then also you can do it. Okay. I have just explained this method how to remember. Okay. It's your wish. If you can memorize this formula, then it is good. No need of this. And if you are not able to memorize this formula, then you can memorize by this method only. Okay. Okay. So this method we can do our substitution method. So student, this is basically the cross multiplication method to solve the pair of linear equation. I am going to explain one more time. Whatever equation will be given in the question, you will convert it into the general form. After that, whatever equations will be given in the question, you will compare that equation to the general form. And from there, you can find out the value of A1, A2, B1, B2 and C1, C2. Okay. And after that, by solving these two equations by either elimination method or substitution method, you will get that result. Okay. So first you note down this formula, and this is the method to memorize, method to remember. Okay. Method to remember. By this method also you can remember this formula. Okay. So what is the method? Because x is here, and in the denominator part of x, we are seeing b1 c2 minus b2 c1. And how it comes? Because when we have saw the coefficient of x, so here is coefficient of x is a1 and here is coefficient of x is a2. So hide that part. So what are the coefficient are left? b1 b2 and c1 c2. So we have written behind that b1 b2 c1 c2. Now the same process we will apply for y. So hide y. So a1 a2 and c1 c2 will be left. So c1 c2 we have already written. So what is left? a1 a2. So we have written a1 a2. And after that we will hide constant part. So when you will hide constant part, a1 a2 and b1 b2 is left. a1 a2 is we have already written, so b1 b2. One more thing, remember, when this arrow will go downside, so b1 c2 positive sign, and when it will go upwards, so it will take negative sign. So b1 c2 minus b2 c1, c1 a2 minus c2 a1, a1 b2 minus a2 b1. Okay, so this is the method to remember the formula. First you note down this formula, and after that I will tell you how to solve a pair of linear equation by cross multiplication method. Listen student, if you are not able to understand this, so don't panic. When I will give one example now, then you will easily understand. Okay, so what I am going to do, I am placing this formula on the board only so that you can see. Okay, now one question we can solve from cross multiplication method. Okay, suppose I am removing this formula, this downside, because it is the short trick, so I can erase it. It is the short trick to memorize formula. If you don't want to write this, don't write, just remember this formula. Okay, now suppose I have one question, that suppose one question is like this. Suppose second, it is a question of your exercise 3.5, second part of first question. So suppose one example I can give you. Wait. Suppose a simple question like this. Solve x plus y equal to 14 and x minus y equal to 4, and you have to solve this question by cross multiplication method. Suppose it is a simple question, you have to find the value of x and y from cross multiplication method. Means you have to solve these two equations by cross multiplication method. Okay, so what I told you in the starting, whatever equations are given, first write it as general form. So in general form, all the things in the left side, so what we will do, we will transfer both numbers in this side only. So what we can write, x plus y minus 14 equal to 0. This is our equation number 1, and x minus y minus 4 equal to 0. This is equation number 2. So we have represented these two equations as general form. Now what you will do, you will compare these two equations by the general form of linear equation. Okay, so what are the general form of linear equation in two variable? a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0, and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0. Okay, now see, when you will compare these two equations with the general form, so by that comparison you can find out the value of a1 a2, b1 b2 and c1 c2. So by comparing, suppose you are comparing this equation with this and this equation with this. So see, by comparing I can write, by comparing what will be the value of a1? a1 will be 1, b1 will be 1 and c1 will be minus 14. Okay, similarly a2 will be 1, b2 will be minus 1 and c2 will be minus 4. We have written, a student, by comparison we can find out the value of a1 a2, b1 b2 and c1 c2. This I told you in the previous part of the video also. Okay, so you got all the coefficient value, that is a1 a2, b1 b2 and c1 c2. So just remember this formula. Okay, what is the formula, student? Formula is x upon b1 c2 minus b2 c1 equal to y upon c1 a2 minus c2 a1, and equal to 1 upon a1 b2 minus b2 minus a2 b1. Okay, so now put all the value of a1 a2 b1 b2 c1 c2 in this expression. So when I will put the value of all coefficients, I can write x upon, see, value of b1 is 1 into value of c2 is minus 4. Okay, so minus 4 I have written. Now minus, because minus sign is here. Now value of b2 is minus 1, and why I have put bracket, because minus is here, and the value of c1 is minus 14. Now close. Okay, equal to y upon, now what is the value of c1? Minus 14. What is the value of a2? 1. Then again minus, what is the value of c2? Minus 4 into, what is the value of a1? 1, equal to 1 upon a1 value is 1, b1 value is minus 1. a1 value is 1, b2 value is minus 1, after that minus, a2 value is 1, and and b1 value is 1. So after putting all the values of a1 a2 b1 b2 and c1 c2, we got that expression now. Now student, nothing we have done, whatever expression were given, we have converted in as general form. Then we have compared these two equations with the general form. From there we can find out the value of a1 a2 b1 b2 c1 c2. After that we have put all the values in the expression, and now we will solve. See how to solve. Main thing is that how to solve. Okay, so from here I am writing upside. Now see, x upon, now 1 into minus 4 will become minus 4. Okay, now see, minus 1 and minus 14 will become plus 14 and minus, so minus 14. Okay, equal to y upon, see, minus 14 into 1 minus 14, and see, minus 4 into 1 minus 4, and minus 4 minus plus 4. Okay, equal to 1 upon 1 into minus 1 minus 1, and 1 into 1 1. So you got x upon minus 18 equal to y upon minus 10 equal to 1 upon minus 2. Okay, now after that what will you do? Okay, so what will you do? You can see all these three are equal to each other. Okay, but we have to find the value of x and y. So what we will do, we will equate x and y to the constant term, because in this expression constant term is only 1 upon minus 2. Okay, so what we will do, see, this is equal to this and this is equal to this, so all together are equal to each other, na? So what we will do, first we will equate these two, and after that we will equate these two. Okay, so after equating we can say, see, first I am equating this x part to 1 by minus 2, and afterwards I will equate this part to this 1 by minus 2. So x upon minus 18 will be equal to 1 upon minus 2, because all are equal to each other. Now it can be written as, by cross multiplying, x equal to minus 18 upon minus 2, minus minus cancel, so the value of x is 9. Now same thing we will do for y also. So y upon minus 10 equal to 1 upon minus 2. So y equal to minus 10 upon minus 2, it means 5. So by comparing these two, we can get the value of x and y. The value of x is 9, the value of y is 5. So by this method we can solve a pair of linear equation. See, this method will be understand more when you will practice a lot of number of questions. Okay, 1 or 2 questions you may face problem, but when you will do practice more question, then you will comfortable of this method. Okay, so this is the method. just you have to memorize this formula. After that, just you have to put all the values of the coefficient, and by solving you can get the value of x and y. So this method is known as, see student, because space was less, that's why I have written like this. Okay, so don't bother, just note down. Okay, so final answer will be x equal to 9 and y equal to 5. Don't worry, I will solve more questions so that you will understand more. Okay, but you have to memorize that formula, whatever I have written in the starting. Okay, without that you can't solve. So now we will move to our next exercise, that is exercise 3.5. Okay, so let's move to exercise 3.5. Now we will start exercise 3.5. And this exercise is basically based on cross multiplication method. So see, I hope all of you having book. So let's begin. If you want to check how that formula comes, so both equation you can solve by the elimination or substitution method, and in the end you can find that result. Okay, so don't worry about it from where it came. So now student, first question of 3.5 is that which of the following pair of linear equations has unique solution, no solution, or infinitely many solution? Okay, first you have to check which of the following is a unique, no solution, or infinite solution. Afterward, what is written, in case there is a unique solution, find it by using cross multiplication method. Okay, so first you have to check whether they are unique solution, no solution, or infinite solution, and after that, if they are unique solution, then that solution you have to get by cross multiplication method. So part first of question number 1, that is x minus 3y minus 3 equal to 0, and 3x minus 9y minus 2 equal to 0. Now see student, by solving by cross multiplication method, we know the general form of pair of linear equation, and this equation is already in general form. Okay, because all the expression are in the left side and right side is 0, so it is already in the general form. Okay, so what we have to do now, we have to compare these two equations with general form of the pair of linear equation, that is a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0, and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0. So when you will compare it, the value of a1, see, this equation will be compared to this, and this equation will be compared to this. So a1 value will be 1, b1 value will be minus 3, and c1 value will be minus 3. Similarly, a2 value will be 3, b2 value will be minus 9, and c2 value will be minus 2. So first you have to check whether it is a unique solution or no solution or infinite solution. So for getting that result, we have to calculate the ratio of the coefficients. That is, first we will calculate a1 upon a2, because I told you how to check. So when you calculate a1 upon a2, you will get 1 by 3. Now calculate b1 upon b2. So b1 upon b2 will come minus 3 upon minus 9, which is equal to 1 by 3. Now c1 upon c2, minus 3 upon minus 2, that is 3 by 2. So see student, after calculating the ratio of the corresponding coefficients, we are come on that result that, see, the value of a1 upon a2 is 1 by 3, the value of b1 upon b2 is also 1 by 3, but the value of c1 upon c2 is 3 by 2. So you can see these two are equal, but these two are not equal. So by this we can say na, a1 by a2 is equal to B1 by B2, but it is not equal to C1 by C2. By after calculating these ratio, we are come on that result that A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2, but B1 by B2 is not equal to C1 by C2. So this is expression we get from the calculation, and this is the condition of no solution. It is the condition of no solution. And whenever we get no solution, when the lines are parallel lines. So what is our answer? There is no solution of pair of linear equation. So if no solution is there, so how we will solve it? Okay, because there is no solution, so we cannot solve. So if we cannot solve, so we cannot apply any of the method to solve the pair of linear equation. So we will stop our solution up to here only. We will not solve furthermore. You have to solve furthermore when there is a unique solution. Okay, so note down this part. I hope you have understood this question. Okay. Now student, I am going to solve the second part of question number first. Okay. Second part of question number first. So what is the second part? Equation is that 2x plus y equal to 5 and 3x plus 2y equal to 8. These two equations are given. First we have to check whether they are unique solution or no solution or infinite solution. So after seeing these two equations, we can say these two equations are not in general form. So in general form, all the things are in left side. So we can write 2x plus y minus 5 equal to 0 and 3x plus 2y minus 8 equal to 0. Okay. Now when you will compare, it is equation number 1, it is equation number 2. So compare these two equations with general form. Okay. So general form you already know. What is the general form? So I am writing directly their coefficients. Okay. So first equation will be compared by the first equation of general form. So the value of A1 will be 2, the value of B1 will be 1, the value of C1 will be minus 5. Similarly, the value of A2 will be 3, the value of B2 will be 2, the value of C2 will be minus 8. So for checking their solution, we will find out the ratio of A1, A2, B1, B2 and C1, C2. So calculate A1 upon A2. So A1 upon A2 will come 2 by 3. B1 upon B2 will come 1 by 2 and C1 upon C2 will come minus 5 by minus 8. It means 5 by 8. Now check their ratios, whether they are equal or not. Now see, A1 upon A2 is 2 by 3 and B1 upon B2 is 1 by 2. So when you will compare these two only, they are not equal. So I told you, when they are not equal, you will stop up to here only. So it means that after solving their ratio and after comparing their ratio, we can say because A1 upon A2 is not equal to B1 upon B2, so it is the condition of unique solution. So hence unique solution will be there. Okay, unique solution will be there. And in unique solution, what are the nature of the lines? The nature of the lines are intersecting lines. Okay. Now, question said if there is unique solution, you have to solve it by cross multiplication method. Student, listen. I told you what is the meaning of unique solution. Unique solution means we will get only one values of x and y. And we are using all the methods for a unique solution only. Okay, whatever method we have studied, like graphical method, elimination method, substitution method, cross multiplication method, all the method is applied for getting unique solution only. So because there is unique solution, so now we will solve these two equations by which method? Cross multiplication method. So first you will check like this. After that I am going to solve. Okay. So by cross multiplication we have to solve. You will write up to here and after that you will solve their solution. So see, we have to use, don't erase that part because it will help by solving, it will help to solve the solution by cross multiplication method. So by cross multiplication method, by cross multiplication method, what is the formula, student? X1, see, I have remember, you can also remember, x upon b1 c2 minus b2 c1 equal to y upon c1 a2 minus c2 a1 is equal to 1 upon a1 b2 minus a2 b1. This is the formula of cross multiplication method. So now put all the values of a1, a2, b1, b2 and c1, c2 in this expression. So x upon, see, what student face problem by cross multiplication method is that they can get this value also, they can memorize formula also, but they do mistake while putting the values of a1, a2, b1, b2 and c1, c2. So please be cautious to put all the values of a1, a2, b1, b2 and c1, c2. So see, I am putting the value of b1 is 1 into the value of c2 is minus 8. So minus 8 I have written in bracket. Now minus the value of b2 is 2 and value of c1 is minus 5 equal to, it is done. Now y upon the value of c1 is minus 5, the value of a2 is 3 minus the value of c2 is minus 8 and the value of a1 is 2 equal to 1 upon the value of a1 is 2, the value of b2 is 2, the value of a2 is 3, the value of b1 is 1. Now we have put all the values. Now solve it. X upon 1 into minus 8, that is minus 8. Now 2 into minus 5 will become minus 10 and minus minus will become plus, so plus 10 equal to y upon minus 5 into 3 minus 15 and minus 8 into 2 minus 16 and minus 16 minus 6 minus, so it is plus 16 equal to 1 by 4 minus 3. Okay, so what we got? X upon minus 8 plus 10 is equal to 2 is equal to y upon minus 15 plus 16, that is 1, and it is 1 upon 1. So now we got all the expression equal by putting all the values of a1, a2, b1, b2, c1, c2. Okay, so now for getting the values of x and y, what we will do? We will equate variable term with the constant term. Variable term is this and constant term is this, 1 by 1. So x by 2 is also equal to 1 and y by 1 is also equal to 1. So what we will write? X by 2 is equal to 1 by 1. So x will be equal to 2 by 1. So x will be equal to 2. Similarly, y by 1 equal to 1 by 1. So y equal to 1. So the value of x and y, x equal to 2 and y equal to 1. So see how nicely I have put all the values and I got the answer. Okay, so this is the solution of second part of question number 1. Okay, just you have to memorize the formula. Okay, by seeing the equation you can find this value, and after putting all the values in this formula you can get the value of x and y. See, when you will solve up to here now, nothing is special. First you compare x by 2 to this constant term, then you compare this y by 1 is equal to this. Means first you will equate x by 2 equal to 1, then you will equate y by 1 equal to 1. 1 by 1. Okay, you will not compare these two, because when you will compare these two, you will not able to find the value of x and y. That's why. So first you have to compare these two, then after that you have to compare these two for getting the value of x and y. Okay, so I hope you have understood. Now student, the third part of question number 1 is a infinite solution. So you will check the infinite solution by comparing their in ratio, and because in the question only this is specified that if there is unique solution then you have to solve only. So first you will compare their ratios, when they are all will be equal so they will form a infinite solution. So बस वहीं पे आपको स्टॉप कर देना है, ओके बस आपको सॉल्व करना है यूनिक सॉल्यूशन में, ओके. So question number 1 you can do by yourself, student. One question more I will tell in this session. The question number 2. So the remaining part of question number 1 you can solve by yourself. So I am going to solve question number 2 of 3.5. Now part first of question number 2 is that for which values of a and b does the following pair of linear equation has infinite number of solutions. So in this question two pair of equations are given and it is also specified that they have how much solution? Infinite number of solutions. So you have to find the value of a and b, okay. So first whatever questions is given, first make it habit that whatever equations are given write in general form. So first we will write these two equations in general form. So general form will be 2x plus 3y minus 7 equal to 0. This is equation number first. And a minus bx plus a plus by minus 3a minus b plus 2 equal to 0. Equation number 2. Now what you do now, you compare these two equations with general form. So when you will compare these two equations with general form, the value of a1 will come 2, the value of b1 will come 3, the value of c1 will come minus 7. Similarly, the value of a2 will come a minus b, the value of b2 will come a plus b, and the value of c2 will come c. What will be the value of c2? This full expression is the value of c2, okay, with the sign. So the value of c2 will be minus 3, whatever the constant part is the value of c1 and c2. So minus 3a minus b plus 2. So we got all the values of a1, a2, b1, b2 and c1, c2. Now because it has how many solution? It has infinite solution. So what is the condition of infinite solution, student? a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 is equal to c1 upon c2. Okay. Now put all the values of a1, a2, b1, b2 and c1, c2. So a1 is 2, a2 is a minus b equal to b1 is 3, b2 is a plus b, and c1 is minus 7 and it is minus 3a minus b plus 2. So see student, when we have put all the values of a1, a2, b1, b2 and c1, c2 in this expression, we got something like this. So by seeing this expression we can say there is no constant term now. So what you will do, because in the earlier part same type of expression we got, but in that expression one part is constant but here all having variable. So what you do, you will compare first two, okay, means when you will equate these two first and after that you will equate these two first. So what I am doing, I am equating these two first. So I can write 2 upon a minus b equal to 3 upon a plus b. First I have equated these two, okay, because 3 are equal, so first I have taken 2 together, then I will take 2 as together. Now see, cross multiply it. So when you will cross multiply it, you will get 2a plus 2b equal to 3a minus 3b. Okay. Now what you do, place or same type of variable together, means place all the like term together. So what I am doing, I am transferring this 3a this side, I am transferring this 2b this side. So I can write 2a minus 3a equal to minus 3b plus minus 3b and minus 2b. So here 2a minus 3a will become minus a, and here it will become minus 5b. So what we got, a equal to 5b. We got that expression now, a equal to 5b. Now firstly we have equated these two, now we will equate these two. So when you will equate these two, you will get 3 upon a plus b equal to minus 7 upon minus 3a minus b plus 2. Now cross multiply it. So when you will cross multiply it, this will multiply to this side and this will multiply to this side. So what you will get, when this will multiply to this side, it will become minus 9a minus 3b and plus 6 equal to 7 minus 7a minus 7b. Now student, by this we can see that how we will find the value of a and b. So see, in the above expression we got the value of a, and the value of a is 5b. So in this expression, where is a, put the value of a. So see, minus 9 नहीं, पहले आप इसको solve कर दो अच्छे से. So see, what I am doing, I am transferring this to this side. So see, minus 9a minus 3b plus 6, and when it will move to this side, it will become plus 7a plus 7b equal to 0. Now minus 9a and plus 7a will become minus 2a, and minus 3b or 7b, it will become plus 4b and plus 6 equal to 0. Now put the value of a. So when we put the value of a, so 2 into 5b, because the value of a equal to 5b, plus 4b plus 6 equal to 0. Now minus 10b plus 4b plus 6 equal to 0. Now it will become minus 6b plus 6 equal to 0. So I can write minus 6b equal to 6 minus 6, minus minus cancel. So b is equal to 6 by 6, that is 1. So by solving this, we got the value of b, that is 1. Okay. See what we have done. First we have equated these two. So when we have equated these two, we got 2 upon a minus b equal to 3 upon a plus b. Then we cross multiply it. So we got 2a plus 2b equal to 3a minus 3b. So after that I put the like terms together. So I have transferred 3a this side and 2b this side. So 2a minus 3a equal to minus 3b minus 2b. So minus a equal to minus 5b, minus minus cancel. So a equal to 5b. After that again I have put these two together equal. So when I have solved, I have got this expression. Now I have transferred these two in this side. So minus 9a minus 3b plus 6 plus 7a plus 7b equal to 0. Now minus 9a plus 7a will become minus 2a, minus 3b plus 7b become plus 4b, and plus 6 equal to 0. After that I put the value of a. The value of a was 5b. So minus 2 into 5b plus 4b plus 6 equal to 0. So minus 10b plus 4b plus 6 equal to 0. Now minus 10b and plus 4b will become minus 6b plus 6 equal to 0. Now I transfer plus 6 this side, so it will become minus 6, minus minus cancel. So 6b equal to 6, so b equal to 6 by 6, that is 1. So the value of b you got now 1, and the value of a was 5b. So value of a can be calculated as a equal to 5b. So 5 into 1, that is 5. So the value of a and b is, the value of a equal to 5 and the value of b equal to 1. So by that method you can easily solve this type of question. This type of question always comes in the exam, okay, and it is very important. So by this we have completed first question of question number 2. Now second part is also same, and in this part no solution is given. So first you will convert this two equation in the general form, and from there you can find the value of a1 a2 b1 b2 c1 c2. Then whatever the condition of no solution is there, you will write it like I have written as infinite solution. It is the condition of infinite solution, and in the second part you will write the condition of no solution, and after that you will put all the values, then you will equate it and you will find the value of k. So I hope you can solve second part of question number 2. If there is a problem, then we will discuss in next video. And 3 4 overall 8 6 7 questions are left in this exercise. So when you will cooperate, then it will finish soon. So I hope you are solving all the exercises, and whatever parts are left in this exercise we will discuss in the next part of the video. And remember one thing, that after studying this cross multiplication method, whenever a type of question comes like solve the pair of linear equations, so if nothing is specified, so out of three methods like substitution method, elimination method, and cross multiplication method, which method you want to use, you can use it, unless it is specified that you have to use only that method only. Okay, when nothing is specified, you can use any of one method, whatever you have studied. Okay, so by this lecture we have finished all the method to solve the solution of pair of linear equations. Okay, so next part we will solve the remaining question of exercise 3.4, sorry, exercise 3.5. Okay, so I think you will solve all the questions, earlier questions, and we will finish this chapter as quick as we all want. Okay, so I hope you are enjoying the video, and if you are not enjoying, then please watch it. Okay, because it will help you. Okay, so till then, have a nice day. Take care, children. Thank you.